A very good afternoon to all. Welcome to class 12th economics. The chapter which we are doing is poverty. So in the previous classes we have already covered the definition of poverty, different type of poors, that is urban poor and rural poor, and what are the various features or characteristics of poor people, that also we have covered. Then we studied that poverty can be measured into two ways, that is absolute poverty and relative poverty. Relative means the poverty which is in the form of a comparison, but absolute poverty means where we are just stating whether a person is a poor or not. And when there are more poor people, then in that country we follow absolute poverty, but where there are less poor people, we actually follow the relative poverty. So because India is having abundance of poor people as well, along with the labor abundance, so we are using the absolute poverty method in India to measure the poverty. And for measuring the poverty in India, we are actually following the poverty line. So poverty line is basically a system which divides the people into two categories, that is poor people and non-poor people. When we talk about poor people, we actually talk about those who are uh, below the poverty line, and when we talk about non-poor, they people are above the poverty line. But it doesn't define that whether the non-poor are billionaires, millionaires, middle class, lower middle class, upper middle class. It doesn't tell us that. It just divides the whole population into two categories. The poverty line divides the whole population into two categories, poor and non-poor. So we have studied in the last class that how to estimate the poverty line, where I told you that on the basis of calories consumption also, and on the basis of expenditure also. Expenditure was per month and calories consumption was per day. That how do we actually compute the poverty? So that we have covered. Now, I told you that Dadabhai Naroji is the first person who estimated the poverty line in India, and for that he used the jail cost of living. For 1 mark, that just you have to read out. Then we have studied the categories of poor people, that chronic poor, transient poor, and non-poor. When we say non-poor, means who are never poor, जो कभी भी poverty line के नीचे नहीं होते. Transient poor means कभी poverty line के ऊपर कभी नीचे, and chronic poor means those who are always poor or usually poor ही रहते हैं. These are the characteristics, right? Then we have studied about the drawbacks or limitations of poverty line in the last class. Now we are taking the next question, today's question, that is causes of poverty in India. Causes of poverty in India. Causes means reasons of poverty in India, which means why there is widespread poverty in India. What are the various reasons that are actually applicable, or the reasons which are the main source of spreading poverty in India. So these all reasons, these all causes you are just watching on your screen, like population explosion, limited resources, weak institutions, corruption, colonial past, lack of education and literacy. So these all are the causes or reasons that why there is widespread poverty in India, right? So one by one, now we are going to do the study the causes, that what are the causes of poverty in India. So let's study that what are the causes of poverty in India, right? So first of all, let us talk about the population explosion. That why, how population explosion becomes a major cause of poverty in India, right? So one of the major cause of poverty in India is population explosion. Population explosion means the rapid growth of population. A lot of population means overpopulation, a rapid growth of population. Mainly it is observed that a rapid growth of population, particularly among the poor people, becomes responsible for the problem of poverty in the country. As I told you, in the features of poor people only, that poor people have more children. Poor people have more children. Why they people have more children? Because they people think that if they will have more children, then there will be more income generation sources. Because they think that if there will be more children in their families, then they will have more income generation sources. And if there will be more income generation sources, then they will increase their income and they will come above the poverty line. So due to that reason, and also along with the illiteracy among them, the rapid growth of population in poor families is on increase. And this is the major reason for poverty in India. You know, it is very obvious that when total national income is slowly spread over a large number of people, then of course per capita income will be low. Now what is per capita income? Per capita income होती है total national income divided by total number of population. इससे पता चल जाता है कि on an average per capita एक person ने कितना contribute किया. तो जब population बहुत ज्यादा है, national income कम है, तो per capita income भी आपकी low हो जाएगी, right? And साथ ही साथ when we say that there is population explosion, in that case also the number of job opportunities, employment opportunities will decrease, because we have a lot of people in India, and as compared to the employment opportunities are very less as compared to them. As a result, definitely there will be less job opportunities available also. So definitely there will be less job opportunities available to them as well. And many people will be there who will be not having any employment opportunities, and they will not be doing any work in the country or in the nation. As a result, it will create or it will widespread the poverty instead of decreasing that. So definitely population का बढ़ना सबसे बड़ा cause बनता है poverty के लिए. I hope that is clear. Now see the next one. The next one is limited resources. Limited resources. See, if a country has a limited resources, if a country has a limited resources, as a suppose if I say that a country has a limited resource in relation to or basically as compared to the demand for that, then definitely there will be a problem. There will be a problem of using those resources in a best way. So हमने अभी पढ़ा population explosion, and now we are secondly we are doing this limited resources. That limited resources, if the resources are actually limited in the country, then as compared to the resources demand, of course resources supply, the demand is more. And if scarcity will be there, then many people will be there who will not be able to take the advantage of those limited resource, है ना? उनको advantage वगैरह नहीं मिल पाएगा, opportunities नहीं मिल पाएंगी, तो definitely उनका earning वगैरह भी कम ही रहेगा. Then if I talk about more causes of poverty, then we can say, इसके साथ साथ you can add more like poor state of agriculture. Poor state of agriculture. You know, in India, mostly people are dependent on agriculture. In India, mostly people are dependent on agriculture. And when we say that mostly people are dependent on agriculture, then definitely agriculture state should be on rise, which means there should be a proper agriculture in the economy. Because if agriculture will be good, then only it will be able to provide the employment to many people who are dependent on agriculture. But in India, what we observe that there is poor state of agriculture. And because there is poor state of agriculture in India, then many people who are clearly dependent on agriculture for their earnings, for their survival, they are not able to get a proper food, a proper income from the agriculture, because of their agricultural income is very less in the economy. So it is also one of the biggest problem of spreading poverty in India. Then let's discuss this first. Lack of education and illiteracy. See, if we see that there is lack of education in the economy, people are not educated, because educated person is always skilled in work. educated person is mainly skilled in work, right? Because they get education, so they get the ability to understand the things, so they get skilled also. So if there is lack of education in the country, and along with that there is no literacy, there is illiteracy in the economy, then in that case they will not people will not be in a position to grab the employment opportunities, right? They will not be in a position to grab the employment opportunities, and when they are not in a position to grab the employment opportunities, like, definitely in that case the problem arises, and with that they people are actually, you know uh, below the poverty line, because they don't earn anything. When they don't earn, they don't spend the money. When they don't spend the money, they are actually in a position that they are not getting the proper advantage of food and other employment opportunities. Then if we talk about the other sources, then it is weak institutions. We have weak institutions also in the economy. Weak institutions means it is observed that the employers who are hiring the people, the employers, the organizations which are hiring the people, they are not giving proper salaries or proper wages to the people, or they are not giving on time salaries or wages to the people, because these are the weak institutions or weak organizations. As a result, because they are not able to get the proper profit, and definitely if they are not able to get the profit, they are not able to provide the employment opportunities also, and they are not able to even create the employment opportunities also. As a result, what happens? As a result, it happens that they people are many people are living below poverty line, because they are not getting the employment opportunities. So on the whole soul, you can just attach the poverty and unemployment at one go. Why? Because people are poor because they don't find or they don't get the job. Because there is unemployment, the people are poor. So they both the terms are interrelated to one another. Then next you see the colonial past. We all are aware of the British rule, that Britishers have ruled India for several years, for many years. And they left India with almost no resource, with almost no gold treasure, with almost no foreign exchange. So as a result, India is not having, or Indian economy is failing or has failed to cure the poverty situation because of lack of resources, and because of our colonial past, that we are left with only less income or left with only less resources, and many Indian resources and many Indian things have been gone to, or have been there with the uh, England or any or British, basically with the British only, right? Then high illiteracy rate, which you can add in the cause. High illiteracy rate, because people are illiterate. As I told you, lack of education and literacy, this point is with that only. Because people are illiterate, or they don't get literacy, they don't get education, the required education. What is the result? The result is that they are not into the getting the job opportunities, or getting work, proper work to do and earn something. Then next cause you can find is corruption. That is also one of the biggest cost. Corruption. Government starts various policies and programs to eradicate poverty in India. Government is doing this since 1950, even since independence, or since we started our Indian planning. The government is trying to eradicate the poverty since independence, but due to the corruption in India, we are not able, due to the corruption in India, we are not able to get it done. Or due to the corruption in India, we are not able to actually go for the proper eradication of poverty in India. Because corruption की वजह से क्या होता है? Whatever policies, whatever plans government is bringing, जो भी plans और policy government लेकर आती है, उसका benefit जिन तक पहुंचना चाहिए, उन तक तो नहीं पहुंच पाता. उल्टा good class of people, a good class of society takes the undue advantage, which is not good at all, right? So इसके लिए definitely corruption जो है वो दूर होना चाहिए. Because if corruption will not be there, then only there will be a proper way to eradicate poverty in India. With this, you can just mention other causes also, like inflation. Inflation is also one of the greater cause. Now, what is inflation? The inflation is basically continuous rise in prices. And you know, if in the essential commodities, if especially in the essential commodities, there is continuous rise in price, like if food grains are rising or any other things are continuously rising, then in that case it actually gives a problem in the economy, that many people, they will not be able to buy the necessities or essential commodities. They will not be able to buy the essential commodities because of the continuous rise in prices. So inflation also becomes one of the problem, and people are not getting the essential commodities if the price get inflated one after the other, and then poverty will continue and people will not be able to buy that. They will not be able to get the essential products even, and poverty will continue in that, right? So we can simply say that the causes of poverty means what are the reasons or causes which are there for the poverty. So causes of poverty is very important. This question is very important. It can come for 3 to 4 marks in exam. That what causes or what reasons are responsible for making the poverty in India. So population explosion, then limited resources, weak institutions, corruption, lack of education and literacy, colonial past. So population explosion, due to the rapid growth of population, that too among the poor people, they do not get the employment opportunities, because as compared to them, the employment opportunities are less. As a result, they don't make income and generate income, and ultimately they fall below the poverty line. Limited resources, because of they people have limited resources, poor people have limited resources, and also even Indian economy has limited resources. As a result, they are not able to create, poor people are not able to create the employment opportunities for themselves. For example, if I have good resource, I can open my own business, but if I don't have resource, I can't open my business as well. So ultimately Indian economy is even not able to provide all the employment opportunities to these people. Weak institutions, because in India we have weak institutions, which means the institutions are not so enlarged, institutions are not so big. As a result of weak institutions, there are the problems of unemployment, and so hence there is the problem of poverty in India. Corruption, there is a lot of corruption also in the economy, and due to the corruption, if government is starting with any of the policy or plans with the poor people, then due to the corruption it is being observed that people are not able to get the plans and policies, because due to the corruption many policies and plans do not reach to the required number of people. Then lack of education and literacy, because there is lack of education and literacy among the poor people, so as they are not able to make their living standard and even to generate their income, generate a source of income for themselves, right? As a result, they fall below the poverty line only. Colonial past, colonial past is basically the colonial rule, which means due to the British Empire rule on India, many important resources have been shifted to the Britain only, and India is left with only limited number of resources, so as India is unable to do or to take much stronger steps to eradicate the poverty in India. I hope this is clear to all. Please tell me if it is clear, so that I shall move to the next topic now. Okay, so let's move to the next topic now. So these causes we have studied. Let's see. Social, economic and political inequality is there. Social exclusion, society से उनको exclude कर दिया जाता है from many jobs or from many major things. Unemployment, indebtedness. I told you in the feature of poor people also. Indebtedness. They take loan or they borrow money from people, and to give or to repay the loan of one people, they borrow the loan from another people. As a result, they basically get themselves into debt trap. Then unequal distribution of wealth in economy, low capital formation, because India is not investing money. Because if we invest money, in that case, we will create more opportunities for many people. Lack of infrastructure. Due to the lack of infrastructure, many rural people have to migrate from rural areas to urban. And when they migrate from rural to urban, what happens? Their cost of living increases in urban areas. And if they don't get job in urban area, cost of living और बढ़ जाती है, job भी नहीं मिलती, they become below the poverty line. Lack of demand of various products, rapid growth of population, lack of social or welfare nets, or British rule. So these were the causes. Now, let's study the British rule and poverty. कि क्या उन्होंने भी कुछ किया था और उस टाइम पे क्या हुआ था. British followed a policy of deindustrialization in India. याद है आपको deindustrialization? You remember? Give me the example. क्या किया था deindustrialization of which industry they did? The British rule did deindustrialization of which industry? Please tell. Britishers did deindustrialization of, very good, Anushka Kothari, Shubhangi. Gurnur का आंसर wrong है. Priyanshi. They did deindustrialization of handicrafts. याद है ना, handicrafts को deindustrialize किया था. Indian industries declined during the British rule. और हुआ यही कि Indian industries जो थी वो decline हो गई थी during British rule. Indian agricultural sector became backward. Land revenue system introduced by the British resulted in the decline of agriculture. We all have studied this. The British imposed heavy tax on the Indian people. They took away India's resources. They used India as a market of selling their goods, then and a source of raw material, which we call twofold motive. They started the twofold motive, remember, where they used to purchase the goods from India and sell the commodities to India produced in Britain at high rates. So British rule has actually made or created a lot of poverty in India. So if we are poor, or if we have more poor in our economy these days, till this time, this is mainly only because of the British Empire, because of the British rule, because they did a lot of those things which made India poor and poorer even. Clear till now? Or any doubts? Please tell me.